Greetings everybody, and have a happy new year. Starkbridge 4 back with a new video. So 2014 was a very big year for me, sort of, as I see a bunch of great things this year. 2014 was a year definitely for me getting to other medias. So I've seen like a bunch of movies this year, unlike let's say 10, 13, or 14, where I only saw a few, and I've seen TV shows, play new games. 2014 was a big year of nerdom, and 2015 is probably gonna murder me with all the stuff coming out next year. But so, anyways, today I'm gonna count down my 12 favorite moments of 2014 from media at least, like movies, video games, and TV shows. Anyways, so let's begin with number 12. The video games, so for the 3DS version kind of stank. The cartoon for Sonic Moves is actually a pretty decent show. It's more in line like Adventure Sonic the Hedgehog, except less Looney Tune-ish. Compared to the other Sonic cartoons, and you're probably gonna kill me, but actually I didn't like Side M. And here comes the hate mail. But anyways, Sonic Boom actually is a really decent TV show, as it has really good animation, really funny writing, and very memorable characters. And again, like I said, the game might stink, and trust me, when I get the game one day, I'm gonna tear that thing to shreds. But for the cartoon, it's a really good show. I recommend it. 8 episodes are out so far, and they're really funny. We won't get any new episodes into January 15 or 14, I think, as I remember right. But so you want to have a good laugh and want to get to see something good from the Sonic Boom universe besides the comic, check out this. Which I think this will, and I personally kind of wish Sonic Boom kind of stick with the cartoon and not the TV show, the cartoon instead of the video game. But so we have the kind of game and the really good TV show. So it's low on the list because it only has 8 episodes. So until like the official first season's finished, and I can tell my full thoughts on the series. But anyways, let's move on to number 11. Really cheap because this movie came out 2013 in Japan, but we didn't get into language dub in the US into this year, so it's a good excuse to talk about this film. Anyways, this is the brand new Dragon Ball movie since, well, Fusion Reborn, and the return of Akira Toriyama as creator of the Dragon Ball franchise since, I think Son Goku returns me directly, I'm not sure. But so, anyways, so what do I think compared to the other Dragon Ball films? Well, I got to say, it's actually my favorite Dragon Ball film. Yes, I know some people don't like it, because I watch some videos, but I personally like it because, well, a lot of Dragon Ball movies were just pretty much, ooh, look at this new exclusive movie villain, we must beat up pow pow pow. This is what actually tells a story, pretty much. It tells how, and has probably the best Dragon Ball villain out of the movies, Eurus, yeah, that's the rest of his name. And it's nice to turn on the Dragon Ball cast. So anyway, this one is more focused about the story than fight scene. The fight scenes in this movie are great. But so like this one's focused on the characters, which I like, because the problem with the Dragon Ball movies, they don't focus on the characters that much. It's only fight scene, fight scene, fight scene, and that's why I kind of think Dragon Ball, that's why I kind of think I like GT. That's one of the reasons why I like GT. And here comes the hate mail again, because it actually involves the characters more than pow pow fight scene. You know, it's a popcorn flick also, so you want to relax and watch some fun action-packed film. You can watch this also, but it's one of the few Dragon Ball movies that actually focus on the plot, where it's like Goku, must stop Beerus, and but it's also focused on the other characters. Goku kind of needs the idea of Super Saiyan God. He needs other Saiyans, pure-hearted Saiyans to become Super God form, and it shows Goku's character development of how he kind of doesn't want. He doesn't like the Super Saiyan God form because he needs to rely on his friends, but because, I think like how it works is, he didn't want to rely on his friends because that he's kind of cheating. He wanted to use his own power. I think that's how it goes. You don't want to say super film. But, it shows character development for the characters, and definitely character development about Vegeta and how he, his relationship with Bulma, especially during that scene where Beerus hits Bulma. So, it's a really good Dragon Ball film. Also it's actually pretty funny because, Vegeta must entertain Beerus before he blows up the Earth, so he does this really funny jig. So yeah, I do recommend to all hardcore Dragon Ball fans and stuff. And I'm really looking forward to the new one coming out next year. I really think Revival F. The one with the Frieza is coming back. That one. Curious how that's gonna go. But so anyway, so let's move on to number 10. Alright, let's get to the most controversial film this list, Godzilla 2014. Trust me, I've seen a bunch of the hate. I can kind of understand the hate. But so, anyways, overall my thoughts of the film was, it's pretty good. Compared to other Godzilla films, it's not my favorite, but it's not horrible. It just, not as good. My favorite one is Final Wars, by the way. I can see the complaints. Yes, Godzilla doesn't appear in much of the film, and they kind of cock tease us. It's like, we're about to see Godzilla. Oh no, it's back to Bryan Cranston and Aaron Johnson. I forgot. You can even remember his name more. So yeah, but I admit that is sort of a common complaint. Well, sort of common complaint in other Godzilla films. But here's the thing. In other Godzilla films, yes, we don't see Godzilla all the time, but here's the thing: he kind of shows up more faster in other Godzilla films, like in Tokyo SOS. He appears in pretty much the whole entire second half in that film where he fights Mechagodzilla 3 and Mothra. And Final Wars we saw in the first 10 minutes, and we spend some time with the humans, but then in the third half he comes back. But mind you, in Final Wars we got a bunch of monsters, so that kind of helps. But still. In this film, he's kind of on and off in this film, and again, there's a lot of cock teasing in this film. It's like, we're about to see, aww, those kind of stuff. But I admit, it's a league better than, of course, the 90s film, which I admit is a guilty pleasure, because it's so bad, it's funny. And, his acting's really good from, with Bryan Cranston and, Aaron Johnson, doing their best, Eisenberg and then Kick-Ass and coming Quicksilver and Age of Ultron. The acting's really good, and the fight scenes with Mewtwo and Godzilla were really good, though I had to admit that one of my complaints of this film is the horrible camera angles. But still, overall, it's a good film, but please, don't let kids watch it. It's gonna bore them to death. Like, they're going, that stuff, Don't let kids see this film, mostly because it's got bored them to death. Go let them see, I don't know, like Spider-Man or, or something else. So it's got bored them to death. So let's move on to number 9. Okay, so let's try not to sing the song in this film, because I'm really trying to get that song out of my head. But so the Lego Movie. As you know, I already reviewed this, and you should check it out. So there's spoilers, so you have not seen the film yet. First off, what's wrong with you? Don't check the review yet. So I'm gonna keep this part very short because I already talked about this movie to death already. Overall, let's get the quick one. Love the movie, great animation, great plot, great characters, great voice acting, and overall really funny film. And it still holds up today because it came. Remember, this came out during February, and now, the year. Yeah, one of the greatest films that came out this year came out the beginning of the year. Wow. But so this film is fantastic. I recommend it. I recommend to all Chris Miller and Phil Lord fans, the directors, Lego fans, and people who loves animation in general. With a great moral, great animation, funny characters, and a very fun plot, I recommend you this film. But and again, I'll put the link to review in the description below. Again, if you have not seen the film yet, spoilers. So first see the film, then check out my review because there's a bunch of spoilers in that one. Again, anyways, check this movie out because everything is awesome. Damn it! At least it's not the Batman song. Darkness, no parents. Anyways, move on to number 8. So yep, the return of the X-Men films since, well, X3, not counting the 2 Wolverine films, especially Warriors Wolverine. that film's definitely non-canon, but still. Anyway, so the first of the new trilogy of X-Men film is here, and boy, does it hold up to X2 and 1. This film is great. As a person who grew up with the X-Men films and kind of dislikes, the X-Men Origins Wolverine, sort of likes the Wolverine, and actually finds X3 not that bad. This is a great comeback with all the cast returning: Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman, all those great actors. It's based off the Days of Future Past storyline with the comics, which I like, and this, it's a great character development of Wolverine. Hopefully, the last of Wolverine. Because, kind of getting sick of him. Not saying Hugh Jackman's bad. I love Hugh Jackman, but I kind of want to move on to the X-Men and not the misadventures of Wolverine and his Mary Pals sidekicks, the X-Men. Though I did really like Wolverine and the X-Men. And also get that CGI Devil movie coming out, please. Anyway, so luckily they know how they're doing their time travel plot. Bryan Singer's back and as a director role. Mystique had really great character development in this film compared to her kind of appearance in First Class. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that film. Kind of easy how makes sense because that film is kind of sort of forgettable. But still, great plot, great characters, and overall a great comeback for the X-Men films, and probably the best one actually compared to I did like X2 and X1, but personally this film beats all of them. And also, again, really looking forward to the next film, X-Men Apocalypse. But I'm more looking forward to that CGI Deadpool movie. Please, make it come out soon. Please, I want to see Ryan Reynolds. I want to see how Ryan Reynolds does the Deadpool film. But anyway, so that's number 8. So let's move on to number 7. I am Groot. Okay, I won't do that. Anyway, so Guardians of the Galaxy, my favorite cinematic universe movie next to Avengers, and probably Iron Man. Actually, yeah, Iron Man 1. So yeah, I'm hooked on a feeling. Anyways, I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah. So Guardians of the Galaxy, based off the not the very well known comic series, and ever since this film came out, kind of exploded. I think that's the kind of idea of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Even Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, and Hulk were pretty well known. Nobody, any casual fan, did not know anything about Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe for the such a Rocket Raccoon, the fact he did here in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate. But thanks to this film, they're now one of Marvel's famous franchise, which, well, that kind of counts for the next film coming up, but still. So this film is freaking amazing. First off, the characters are freaking lovable jackasses. We got Chris Pratt returning from the Lego movies, Emmett as Star-Lord. The greatest outlaw in the galaxy. Seriously, this film's cast is amazing. We got I think my favorite, of course, like everybody, I got Groot, voiced by Vin Diesel, Superman. This film is just stupidly amazing. And what that means is it's so stupid because we got a bounty hunt, we got the special, a Hulk, a She-Hulk, a tree, and a talking raccoon team up to defeat a blue guy. But it's so stupidly fun. One of the main reasons why I love the Marvel films so much over DC is they actually have a fun time doing their films, and this film is super fun. This is a film that you can just have fun watching. With all the funny 80s references that Star-Lord makes, to all the hijinks that Rocket does, to all the metaphors that Drax doesn't know, to the fun shenanigans with Gamora and Star-Lord, to of course I am Groot. And like I said, like everybody, my complaint is the villains were kind of unmemorable. I admit, I did kind of like Ronan the Accuser as a very menacing villain. I admit, Chris Guillon did a really nice job as Flora. I think that's her name. This film is just amazing, and it's one of the few Marvel movies that I want to get on Blu-ray right now, because I have the money. But still. Anyways, I can't wait for the sequel coming up, and I'm really hoping for a crossover with the Avengers. Anyway, so, let's put on our Walkman and start playing some classic cheesy 80s music. But first, off to number 6. And I'm wondering what's gonna be on number 6. Guys, Big Girl 6 is at number 6. How convenient. So yeah, we got Disney newest film this year, and surprisingly this year they have a Pixar movie. But so, and it's based on the Marvel comics that nobody knows about, like Guardians of the Galaxy. This film exploded like Guardians of the Galaxy. No pattern, and will declare 2014 the year of unknown Marvel comics becoming super popular. Anyway, so mind you, this film is really not based off the comics that much or the characters. Mind you, the characters are not even like the comics itself. Just look at comic Baymax. Yee. Or anyway, so this film is just, I love this film so much. With great animation, great characters, and overall a really great plot. It's a great film. Now, I actually like this film better than Frozen. And here goes the hate mail again. Knowing this, how people kind of dislike Frozen. But so, it's one of my favorite Disney films next to Wreck-It Ralph and Tangled, I love all the characters in the film from, Go-Go, Honey, Wasabi, Fred, Hero, and of course, Baymax. It makes a very memorable cast with really great humor, and besides, we can probably say that Stan Lee is an official Disney character. But so, I would say that, the villain was kind of cliche, though I actually kind of like the villain. I actually did, that it was a certain, obviously Naomi knew who the villain was. I kind of was into, until I was one of the few people that actually got more the trick. Surprisingly, go to see the film yourself. I'm not gonna spoil the film. This film it's amazing. You should see it. Kids should see it. Animation fans should see it. Comic fans should see it also. So if you're a comic fan. Just remember, this is a totally different version from the comics. I know I read, as a research, of course, about the comics. Yeah, this is totally different from the comics, especially if the comics were kind of about the was a tie-in to X-Men. Of course, we can't do that because Disney, Fox, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I totally recommend this film. Go see it, please. Go see it. It's amazing. It's fun. And besides, after you see the film and your friends see the film, you can do the Baymax fist bump. Anyways, let's move on to number 5. Okay, I'm gonna make this very quick because I am planning to make a very big Tenkai Nights review about the whole series in general. But okay, quick thoughts. Anyways, one of the best anime cartoons I've seen, with good characters, great animation, and really funny writing. Great funny writing, actually very deep writing also. But some great characters, very memorable characters, mind you. Great and very smooth 3D animation and 2D animation. a great voice cast. We have freaking Steam Bloom, Christian Freeman, Johnny on Bosch, Ben Diskin, Nika Flutterman, and Yuri Wolven. How can you not get that wrong? It's much better than Beyblades, Rekai, Bakugan, all those series. It's great. I recommend it. Get this. If you can, the first couple episodes might be not the greatest thing in the world, but it's later on, especially around the 20th, the 10th or 15th episodes where it starts getting really good. Can't wait for season 2 again. I'm keeping all my thoughts on Tenkai Nights into my big Tenkai Nights review coming out soon. So, anyways, let's move on to number 4. Okay, I am kind of cheating with this one also because Kill Kill definitely started in 2013, ended 2014. But I still consider the 2014 moment. Actually, saying it was Tenkai Nights also, but still. Anyway, so Kill la Kill, probably the best anime ever made. Oh, in my opinion. Okay, so I am an anime fan. I'm not usually into watching every single anime. I have not seen every single anime. I haven't watched. I haven't watched Sword Online yet. I don't watch One Piece anymore. I haven't seen that much episodes of Attack on Titan, even though I did see the whole series. I just think it was meh. But Kill la Kill is something special because one thing about Kill la Kill, it's so original, and also it's freaking hilarious also because it's sort of a parody, but still. Kill la Kill, takes all the tropes, all those fan service, magical animes, and turn it to over-the-top madness, and which I love. If you want to see, Lager and Lagan, the creator's first series, other series he made before, this series is just epic, hilarious, and over the top as hell. With some really great memorable characters, very fun animation, and overall just, freaking hilarious also. Also, I want to point out that the English dub is probably one of the best dubs I am seeing for any anime so far. Because, so yeah, Kill la Kill. And you might wondering, it's my favorite. Why is that number 4? Because, well, there's some other things that I like this year that, kind of top it. Though it was going to be number 1. Back when I first finished the series. Actually, Kill la Kill was the first series that I watched fully sub and marathon in a couple days. That's how much I love Kill la Kill. And I'm really hoping Trigger will make a season 2. I am really hoping. I was originally gonna make a full-on review of Kill la Kill, but actually that's gonna be very trouble with copyright issues, so I'm not gonna do a full-on big review of it. Just make a discussion video probably later on, but maybe a guest star, whatever. Anyway, so let's move on to number 3. Video game for once. Yeah, sorry about that. If this was more have a top 20 list, for like Captain Toad or Donkey Kong Country Freeze, Kirby Triple Deluxe and that stuff, but this is the top 12 months because 12 months of year, so I had to put like movies, TV shows and stuff. But hey, at least the top 2 are video games, and actually the top 3 are video games. So Hyrule Warriors, a crossover, quote unquote, not really a crossover, just a game. They just have Dynasty Warriors gameplay of Zelda and Dynasty Warriors, and it's glorious. Seriously, I have not had so much fun with a game since this game. But all the characters, by the way, my favorite's Anna so far, and all the characters, I really get a pretty good Zelda story. Something original for once, and fun gameplay, great graphics, and some fun characters to play with. Now I have not played a Dynasty Warrior game yet. Well, this doesn't count. But I am now interested to play the other Dynasty Warrior games and maybe those Gundam Dynasty Warrior ones also. It also helps that it has the Zelda characters, so it brings in Zelda elements. With the whole weapon system and rupees and the bombs and the grappling hooks and that stuff. It's one of those games that if you just want to have fun, just play this game. Great roster cater and really good DLC. I never seen some good DLC since Mario Kart, I guess, but still, for $20, for the season pass, you get two adventure maps, which are humongous, a bunch of costumes, new weapons and stuff. So yeah, I recommend this game so much if you have a Wii U. It's so fun, and it is one of those games that even when it's want to blow off of steam and just want to kill everything, I recommend this game. But anyways, let's move on to the second game on the list, because this, and the second game is full of hype. The biggest and most hype of game of 2014. Super Smash Brothers for Wii U and 3DS. Or as I call it, Smash 4. So yeah, I love this game. I love the roster. I love all the newcomers. I love all the modes. Well, besides Smash 4. I love the graphics are fantastic. The voice acting is great. All of this stuff that makes Smash 4 what it is. I am gonna make a top 13 newcomer list. Yes, I know there's more than 13 newcomers, but I'll explain it when I do. So I'll explain my full thoughts. But do I have to get on anymore about this game? Especially I'm making the fact it's the combat. The fighting is about the same, super fun. All the new characters, the DLC coming out, all the fantastic stuff, all the freaking hype and memes. Yeah. So who is my favorite newcomer? Find out when I go make the top 13 newcomers list. Which, by the way, was supposed to come out before the Wii U launch, but time discrimination kind of happened. But still, safety for that. So yeah, let's move on to number 1. But before number 1, we have to go through honorable mentions, because there's too much stuff in 2014 that I like. Before we go into number 1, I'm gonna make some honorable mentions, because there's so much stuff in 2014 I like. I want to get to honorable mentions out of the way. So here we go. Rapid fire dots. 3, 2, 1, go! Up first is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Much better than the first film, with great character development for Cap, Nick Fury's Black Widow, and we got brand new characters like the Winter Soldier, aka Bucky, which goes into how he died and got revived, and the plot's really good and the acting's really great. Overall, one of my favorites of the Phase 2, though not as good as Guardians of the Galaxy. That's why it goes in the honorable mention list. Anyways, up next in this honorable mention is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yes, I actually like this movie. Because I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man, I actually do like the Amazing films. Andrew Garfield is so great as Spider-Man, though I can't understand what the complaints are. I will still defend this movie with some great romance with Peter and Gwen, and Gwen's death. Really, they make me cry, and while not all the villains are great, I'm looking at you, Electro. Green Goblin was actually a pretty good character. I will get some flack, but I actually like this movie. So, anyways, up next is the Doctor Who. Well, you can say which series, because I actually got into Doctor Who this year, but you could just say it's Series 8. Overall, Series 8 is a great introduction to new fans, so I recommend you watch Matt Smith first, because you get some details from the first episode, because you kind of need some content. But still, overall, Series 8 was great, though not my favorite compared to Matt Smith era, but I do really like Peter Capaldi as the 12th Doctor. And I'm really excited for Series. I'm really excited for Series 9. Anyways, up next is Kamen Rider Gaim. This series got me into Kamen Rider very much. I watched every episode of the series after the Tokyo Future special, but I really love Gaim with his fun plot. It's in the honorable mention list because, well, there's some other stuff that I really like more than Gaim. I recommend Gaim as your first Kamen Rider series because there's no legacy baggage, so you don't have to watch the other stuff before it. There was Kamen Rider Tyson, which was bleh, and the movie I have not seen it, but overall Kamen Rider Gaim was a great series. Anyways, up next is Drive. Up next is Kamen Rider Drive. Now the reason why is here because it's not technically finished yet, so I'll wait. It's still at episode 10 or 12, or during this time recording, I think it's 12. So mock just get reviewed, and that's why it's in our mention list. But I still really like this series, so I recommend you check it out as your first Kamen Rider series next to Gaim. Anyways. Well, those are my honorable mentions. Let's move to number 1. Big surprise! My avatar, Naruto, is at number 1. Yep, I have gotten to Danganronpa, and dear God, I didn't regret it. I like to thank my friend Alonzo, his Facebook in the description, for getting me into this series, and man, am I hooked on the series. If you don't know, Danganronpa is a visual novel series on the PSP/Vita. Now, just told you, this is just Danganronpa in general, not just Danganronpa 2. It's just easy to get clips of Danganronpa 2. So yeah, it's favorite visual novel series /detective story. I find out who killed this person. Also, the battle of hope versus despair. And of course, my character Nagito is all for hope. One thing I love about the series is all the memorable characters. And let you know, my favorite characters are from the first game is Saskia, and my favorite character in Danganronpa 2 is Ibuki. Yes, these games are really fun, and have some great stories, and I really recommend you to play them, either from emulators or heck, you can buy a PS Vita just for these games, aka me. That's a PS Vita. We're supposed to thank you for the animation, which is the anime first game, which I recommend. So yeah, thank you, Ropa, is my number 1 favorite moment of 2014. So those were my top 12 things in 2014. I hope you're like, get it, hope, see, because I'm Nagito, hope for sure. Anyways, moving on from that, I hope you really like this list, and let you know, and of course this is not an official list, it's just my opinions. So what are your favorite moments in 2014? Post down in the comments below. Anyways, I hope you have a happy new year, and expect a lot of things to happen in 2015 for me. And expect me to do this list all over again by the end of 2015 also. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. This is DarkClaw signing out.